Yeah, just a couple of more minutes and we will be starting. Thank you for joining us today for the webinar. Thank you. Bye. One second. We will be starting shortly the webinar, so just maybe one more minute. Thank you. Well, thank you for joining us today. We know you are busy, and thank you for attending. We'll try to keep the presentation short, maybe to about half an hour, and then maybe we follow it with a Q&A session. And so today is about maximizing customer acquisition for mainly B2B companies. And one of the main challenge in any business is customer acquisition, and there are, depending on your business, there are different channels to acquire customers, and again, depending on the business, different channels work better than other channels. So gonna go to slide number, next slide in here. First, just basically just some common sense things, like you need to have the right technology infrastructure to maximize the customer acquisition. And basically is really very simple. I mean, maybe you do everything right to maybe advertise, bring customer to your door to buy, or to your website. And if the site does not have the right infrastructure to maybe capture the lead, maybe convert the lead, or maybe even track what is working, what's not working, that means you're not really being efficient, and you're not maximizing the benefit. And just a couple of examples. I mean, if you have a brick and mortar store, basically forget the internet for a second, and you put ad and you drive lots of traffic to your store, and let's say your door is closed. You did a good job in driving traffic, but the door is closed, nobody can buy from you. Or even if you're open and maybe you only have one person serving maybe 20 people, definitely you're going to be losing potential customers. I mean, there is no difference with the online world. People come to your site, you need to be able to have the right tool to leverage. And that's how other company, larger company, usually, maybe they use much more expensive kind of system to track and so on, they are able to grow and capture the lead or be more efficient. So this is kind of an example on the brick and mortar. This is another one like bank, a similar example. If you go to a bank and there's 20 people in line and only one person serving those 20 people, of course, it's going to be the experience of the customer is not good because they're going to be waiting a long time in line. Versus if you have 5 tellers serving those 20 clients, then the experience is much better. Again, the analogy here is that on online, basically you have, it's exactly the same. If your site is slow or it's not serving enough clients, and maybe you did a good job in driving traffic, you need to make sure they are their experience as well. Anyways, this is common sense, but just kind of reinstating it here. And again, we're talking about, okay, the right infrastructure. Basically, right infrastructure is you need to have marketing automation tool. Many companies go to third-party tools for email marketing and many other things. But there is a disconnect, and maybe the cost of integration might be a little bit high. Again, if your technology infrastructure has the built-in email marketing tools, you could not only just convert and maybe instantly send an email to the client, say, hey, thank you for joining, or maybe put them into your CRM, but you can also build some marketing automation rules and automatically put some workflow into the system where if somebody purchased this item, put them into this group, or maybe somebody purchased calendar, put them into the calendar group in 12 months, maybe you want to remind them to buy 2018 calendar and so on. So having those systems built into your system, again, will night and day change how you run your business, and you will see immediate ROI on that as well. Again, in the B2B space, you need to provide the right sales rep tool to your client. You need to be able to empower your sales rep. You need to be able to, for example, maybe your sales rep gonna do a presentation to your customer, and you need to give them the right tool to quickly maybe create a presentation, maybe in a couple of clicks, rather than going to PowerPoint and doing stuff and so on. And you need to also, if you come to a site and has hundreds of thousands of products, you need to be able to allow them to quickly search and narrow down search results and so on. And most important of all is the tracking capability, because tracking enables this way you're not blind. You can see what is working, what's not working, and you can fine tune and refine this. I'm going to switch quickly to one of our demo sites here. It's called Imprint Store. This is more like for the promotional products kind of industry. But here, if I can search maybe something mug or whatever, you can see a predictive search. So you're making it easier for your customer to search. Once you search on something, you see the different products available. And what I was talking earlier is on the search filtering capabilities. So on the left-hand side, you can activate many of the product attributes to be maybe by brand, by size, maybe by color. So there is, in this case, there is 700 search results. Your customer is not going to browse all 700. So maybe they're looking maybe by color, maybe by material, glass or porcelain or whatever. So here I'm going to filter out of these mugs, 49 of them come in yellow, basically. So quickly now, I am able to do that. So when I click on maybe one of the mug, I can see the yellow one, and I can see also all the children one, and so on. You can see quantity, break, and pricing. So ability to have the right user experience is extremely important, mainly to help you in maximizing conversion on the site. We can talk into more detail about other things, but ability to have a product configuration, so to enable the client to easily, it depends if you have a product for configuration or not, but depending on the industry that you're in, and so on. So again, you can click on a specific one, and it change that. Anyway, let me switch back to the PowerPoint here. We'll talk about sales rep tool. Let me quickly go. I mean, we're gonna go in more detail about these things later, so I'll show you example on each one in a minute. Let me go to the next slide in here. Again, in particular for B2B customer, sometime, and we deal with really hundreds and hundreds of customers on a regular basis, and we see client, especially in the B2B space, customer acquisition is very valuable in the sense that once you acquire one B2B client, I mean, they're gonna generate a recurring revenue for a very long time, and that's called like customer lifetime value, basically, of the customer, and ability to track which channel help you generate those leads are important, because it will help you maybe put more money or more advertising or more effort, resources into certain channels that are working rather than the ones that are not working. So even though maybe you might be happy with the result, that maybe you got 5 clients from a specific campaign, the fact of the matter that if you have dig down into the data, and maybe for half of the spend of the money, you could getting the same number of clients with half. I mean, I can give you many examples on that. Like we have a client that they sell maps, among other things, and so they put Google pay-per-click campaign, and maybe budget, if I remember correctly, was around $500 a month, and they were happy they're getting results. But when we dig down into the data, it turned out that one of the keywords, they had about 20 keywords, one of the keywords was eating 50% of their budget. And all the leads that are generated are from the other 19 keywords, not from that particular keyword. So technically speaking, even though they were happy with the result, they could have gotten the same result with $250 a month budget. And so with WebJaguar, for example, you can actually see the result of the campaign that you do and track it to the keyword level and what's generating dollar, what's not. So again, having the right thing not only help you better, but it also save you time and money and so on. So sometimes it's okay to invest a little bit more in technology, but you will see, relatively speaking, immediate ROI on that. This is like really very high level chart on kind of the different channel that a lead could come from. I mean, maybe from sales reps, maybe from multi-store or company stores, from your website, or maybe social media, pay-per-click, we just talked about it a little bit, sale and promotion tool and marketing tool. Like, for example, you could send an email campaign and saying, okay, you have a $10 coupon offer, use it now, it's gonna expire in 24 hours. You could do these kind of things. Search engine optimization, again, the way search engine used to work 5 years ago is completely different right now. I mean, 5 years ago, many companies used to charge you a fortune, $1,000, $2,000 a month, $3,000 a month for SEO campaign. Nowadays, the right technology or website can actually do all of these things at basically almost no cost, except the management aspect of it, like ability to have dynamically generated meta tag, user-friendly, and so on. We can go over it basically. Again, most of B2B clients don't sell on Amazon, and let me We're gonna go briefly over each one of them very quickly. The sales rep tool are extremely important for B2B companies. Very important to provide the right tool for your sales team, whether they are inside reps or field reps. And for example, like on the site we just on, like the imprint store, in one click, for example, you could empower somebody, whether it is a sales rep. Oops, not this one here. Okay, let me go to maybe this other site here. This is a demo site. We use it for all kind of thing, but let me go to here and maybe do different things in here. So Polo. But bottom line, you can create like a quick presentation on different type of products and so on, and send that presentation to your client and so on. So, but if you log in as a sales rep, you can do that. In this case, again, this is a promotional product site, but let me show maybe few other sites outside of the promotional products industry. This is a company. They sell to restaurant supply and market wooden kind of disposable products and so on. They're a B2B company. Notice they don't necessarily display their pricing online, and you need to log in to have an account before you do that. So you could also do those kind of behavior. We have also companies in different wide range of industry. Again, it's another B2B company that you could. They sell closeout material, excess inventory, and so on. Again, notice the search on the left. You can narrow down search result. This is general merchandise stores called Bargain Wholesale Division of 99-cent store, and they sell also all kind of products. Now, if you log in, you might see different pricing, but these are the pricing available to the public. And then you can go and do different things. Again, the site, of course, should be mobile, should be responsive, and so on. So anyway, so let me switch back to the presentation in here, and ability to have a quick order form is also very important. So maybe I'm a sales rep, I'm at a trade show, I can quickly take order via a Bluetooth barcode scanner and so on. We have WebJaguar has those kind of tools, so you don't have to go to third party to do those kind of system, warehouse management, inventory management. But again, this is more on the sales rep side on the field. CRM tool, giving them the tool to be able to market the solution. Let me go back to here and log in as a sales rep. So I'm gonna go log in as one of the sales rep, and let me also open the admin of that store, imprint store / admin. Let me see here, and okay. So we spoke earlier. This is the admin system. This is where the administrator can see and manage completely A to Z, from sales, marketing automation, product management, customer management, warehouse management, search engine, data feed, CRM, marketing, remarketing, company stores, multilingual as well if needed, and so on. So this is like a kind of complete administrative system. We spoke briefly about something called fields. Fields are actually normalization of the product attributes. This is where you could enable or disable items that need to be added to the search filtering. Not trying to be technical here, but this could be an example on where somebody you can search filter and narrow down search result. I just logged in as a sales rep in this case, and in this case have the role of a field rep. So in this case, I'm a manager, and I manage 3 sales reps. So I can actually see the activity of all the teams that I manage. I see that I have 9 customer. I can add a new customer or view my customer list. I can create and manage presentation in here. I can see report, and again build catalog if I want to, and then see my commission. Again, many of these things are configurable. Now let's say here I'm going to say view my customer. I see at a glance, and again these work on mobile devices. I can see at a glance a list of all the customer I manage as a sales rep. I can, because I'm a sales manager, I can do that also for my team that's working for me. And I can actually see that each one of my clients, when they is their last order and the number of orders generated, and I can actually place order on behalf of my client as well. So in this case, I'm just seeing that Nolan, and by the way, this is a customer dashboard. In this case, Nolan is a sales rep, is a customer, and then he has 26 order. You can view all the orders. You can now you as a sales rep, you can do it, but of course a customer can also do it. So here I click on an order. I can see all the line item of that order, and then I can even click on the tracking and so on. So now, I mean, you have a fully self-service, complete e-commerce system, not only the website aspect, but the management aspect of it. So again, we'll be happy to spend more one-on-one time with you later if you want to. We can jump more deep into each one of these things. Different channel, like you can go to different channel to generate leads. We have many company in the promo space and non-promo space use the company store or multi-store feature to actually for customer acquisition. We have some really large clients that they use that as a mainly customer acquisition tool. For example, maybe you have maybe if in the promo space, as an example, you have a meeting on Monday with a client, you need to have the tool that you can go and relatively quickly create a company store and then upload the customer logo and then do the presentation, and you might close the deal. Could be $50,000 income a year, could be millions of dollars income a year. I mean, so these are money-making tools for you as a business. We have many people use a company store or multi-store for fulfillment purpose. Like for example, maybe you warehouse product on behalf of your client, and you want to provide a private portal where they can go log in and see the inventory level and do the fulfillment for their different locations. You can also use it for spinning off a branded company for serving specific industry and so on. So you can also do that. Or maybe you want to do it like to create targeting, maybe creating a cable store or a pen store or whatever, like not necessarily for a specific customer, but rather for a specific industry. So again, these are important lead generation tool for the business. This one is an obvious saying that, of course, your main site and corporate site need to be modern, mobile, responsive. You need to leverage, again, depending on your industry, on the social media and blogs. Maybe for the B2B companies, the social media maybe is not as important as B2C companies, but in some cases it is. Blogs are always good. Not necessarily your own blog. You could use your own blog, but maybe partner with other company in your industry. Maybe they write an article about you or something that give you lots of leverage from the search engine point of view. The pay-per-click feature is also very important. Again, I'm gonna jump in here to the admin of WebJaguar and go to here, for example, and on the data feed, you could automatically send in one click all of your product to Google Shopping, or maybe a subset of your products. And this is from our experience working in wide range of mainly B2B, whether in the promo space or other like wholesaler, distributor, manufacturer space. Between 10 to 30% of their business come from this channel. So imagine if you do that correctly. If you don't do it, basically you're pretty much losing about at least 10% of potential revenue that you don't get. And if you're a few $1 million company, for example, 10% is a lot of potential business to lose. And so again, you need to make sure your site has the right technology infrastructure to leverage and capitalize on that. And I mean, we have maybe a couple of examples in here. I mean, you can search mugs with logo, you see this, and with right tools, you can submit it in one click to your shopping. Of course, you need to open an account with Google and set up maybe some budget with them, but nevertheless, it's a very good, you can measure the ROI actually, and if it is working or is not working. This is another example. It's one of our client, a company called Pack and Wood. Again, you search paper mini dishes and you see the Google shopping part, and not only that, you see the organic listing. And many of our clients are on the first page of Google without really necessarily doing much effort or hiring a third-party marketing company. You could always do that. You can accelerate the time, but if you have your own internal resources, you have all the tools to do it on your own as well. And we'll go into question and answer if you might have some question about any of these things. Sales and promotion channel. Of course, every shopping cart or e-commerce, they have some kind of a promo, but it's very important. I mean, there are differences between the type of promos available. So, for example, in WebJaguar, you can actually create dynamically generated promotional codes. And one case usage of it is, for example, you can go and say, find me customer who have abandoned their shopping cart, and search, and then trigger an email campaign instantly, and then you can select maybe abandoned cart message. So customer gonna receive an email telling them, hey, we saw some of the item are left in the cart. Why don't you finish your order right now? And so on. And you can send it right now or schedule it. Now, of course, this is by itself is a very good feature, but ability to program it is even better. So because you're not going to go every few hours check if people abandon their cart. That's going to be too much labor on your part. So what we have is built-in programmable scheduler, and you can add your own scheduler. So in this example, if it is right now 11:30 and I abandoned my cart, in about 1 hour, I'm going to receive email number 1, and in about 24 hours, I'm going to receive email number 2. Now, email number 1 could be the same as email number 2, or could be different. But now, let's say this is dynamically generated while you're sleeping or going to trade show or running your day-to-day business. These are automatically run by themselves. Now, let's assume you want to say, okay, well, you abandoned your cart. Here is a 10% coupon offer or $10 coupon offer or whatever promotion you want to do. And this promo going to expire in only valid for the next 8 hours. How would you do that? I mean, if you connect with third-party solution, it's completely impossible to do that. And with WebJaguar, for example, you could create something called dynamically generated promo. So when I go to my site message area in here, and all of our solution come with unlimited support and training, because we know there is lots of feature and we don't expect you to learn them all overnight. So we continuously offer whatever training and support needed. So this is an example of a dynamic promo code. So you can embed this code part of your shopping cart abandonment tool, and this code is generated on the fly, and you can say it's going to expire delta 10 hours or delta 1 day, and so on. So imagine the power in your hand that you're creating those time-sensitive tools that are dynamically generated. So that's the importance, that your platform should have the right infrastructure rather than going to 2, 3, 4, 5 different providers, and it would be nightmare to integrate them all together, basically. So let me quickly, since we are here, go to the promo area, and then I click on any promo in here or add a promo, and then you can put the promo code. All of these things can be dynamically generated part of your email campaign. Very, very powerful feature. And so you could create a promo, discount 10%, minimum order $500, expire so and so, and then you can say this promo valid for only VIP customers, or for a specific customer group, or maybe for a specific product, or even a brand. So maybe only Nike brand on this, or maybe SKU1, SKU2, SKU3, and so on. So again, these are money-making tools for your business. You need to make sure you take advantage of them, and so on. So let me jump here. An ability to create a lead nurturing campaign, like I'm sure you've seen many times in your mailbox, email from the same company. Definitely, they're not doing it manually, these things. So they're creating something we call a lead nurturing campaign. So if I go to my email manager in here, I click on lead nurturing campaign, I create a new campaign. So I can decide saying, okay, send to my whatever, Spring Fair group. You can put start and expiration date, and you can say, okay, send for the next 12 months or 6 months different emails, maybe 6 emails the next 6 months. And first time you say, okay, send email number 1, next month email number 2, third month email number 3. And these will run automatically on their own, basically, once you set them up. You can make them weekly, daily, monthly, and so on. And there are some rules. You can say, okay, well, if I opened one of the emails, don't send it to me again. Then send them another set of campaign, and so on. So again, these are very, very powerful marketing automation tool as well. Now, there are many marketing automation tool company. Again, the nightmare of integrating with them, and the cost doesn't sometime or all the time justify doing that. Sales tag and promotion here. So let me quickly go to maybe one of the example in here. Let's go to the home page, and if I go to maybe one of the so for example, here I'm gonna open this item. Notice here, this is original price $3.57, discount 25%. The price is $2.68. Promo gonna expire in 8 days, 27 8 hours, 27 minutes, 48 seconds. If I click on the product, you can see the countdown timer as well on the product. Again, this creates a sense of urgency to make the deal happen now rather than tomorrow, because this deal gonna expire in 8 hours, and so on. So having abilities, those tools at your disposition, give you a night and day advantage in being able to reach out and convert those leads that you spend lots of money to acquire, basically, at the end of the day. So it's not just the trick to acquire lead, is how to convert them, how to nurture them, and so on. So let me jump. Oh, we have one more feature here. I can show it to you quickly. We call that group buy feature. So you could say, having maybe if you have a buying group or whatever, you could have a group of people contribute to buy so they can get the discount level. So, and you can say, okay, if we sell 30 items, then the price instead of $3 is $2.25. If we reach the 60 level, it's $1.99, and so on. And this is gonna expire on this date. So again, these are ideas and tools to help you kind of in your customer acquisition part. So let me go here. Yeah, so here we already went over these. Search engine, we spoke about search engine. I'm not going to spend too much time on this because this by itself could be lots of work, time to go over it. But just high level, basically, if I go to the site info, you need to be able to have a smart URL for your domain, so you can do that. It's very important that you have the power to do that. You need to be able to, if you have 50,000 products, you're not gonna go one by one, put the title tag, meta tag. Maybe somebody could say, okay, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna charge you $2,000-3,000 to do that. Actually, with this, you can embed dynamically generated title tag, meta tags, and so on, and you can do it in half an hour. And then if tomorrow you added 100 new products, you don't have to do nothing at all because these are dynamically generated from the database. Very, very powerful. We can go into more detail if you want, but this is really a snapshot on some of this. And this one is very, very important, is the Google sitemap generation. That's a very, very valuable. You can instantly generate a sitemap, automatically put on your root directory. Again, other company could charge you lots of money to do these. These tools are already available, part of the system. That's why it's important to pick the right infrastructure. I have hundreds of thousands of products here. It took about maybe 30 seconds. So this is kind of an XML sitemap that Google understand when they index the site and so on. Anyway, let me go back to here, go to furthermore, different channel to create. Okay, Amazon Marketplace, I'm not gonna spend too much time on it, but most of the people sell product on Amazon are B2C company. We do have some B2B companies sell products on Amazon, and you could do it manually, but again, if you're doing hundreds of orders, it's a must that you have the right tools without having to spend a fortune for that. So with WebJaguar, we have built-in, completely 100% built-in automated Amazon connection tool. Reseller channel, this might not necessarily apply to every company, but manufacturer or distributor and so on can build work to build the reseller channel. We work with Honeywell on a large project. They have we built something called the dealer store solution. This is an example of one of their dealers and the reseller technically, so they can have a branded website basically completely from a data feed generated, completely different than the multi-store. This is like complete independent store, but the data feed coming from the manufacturer. And again, you can search camera here, and then you have predictive search. You can do this, and then you can see products. You can do all kinds of things. You can filter by different criteria. So again, depending on the type of industry, you create B2B to C kind of solution. That's a perfect model. We call that dealer store solution kind of feature. So let me jump here to, of course, trade shows are the number one maybe for most of the company to generate leads for mainly B2B company. This traditional channel for a long time, basically, and then you go to trade show, you meet a client, you follow up, and so on. Again, the idea is the same, whether you meet them directly on your website or face-to-face. You need to make sure you input them into the system and put them into the lead nurturing campaign and do the promotion and so on. Let me go back to here, affiliate and referral. Again, affiliate and referral are very powerful lead generation tool. We have many companies in promo and non-promo industry using that. I'm going to show you an example with a company in Australia. I put here the name of the company, amy.com.au/Kevin. Kevin is a sales rep, so you could like personalize that. And then this particular company do actually charge their affiliate or sales rep. They call them like consultant, sales consultant, $100 a year for that. but some other client of ours, they don't charge their affiliate or whatever. But bottom line, you're creating kind of a business in a box or business opportunity for, in this case, like work at home moms to sell children related products and so on. We have many other companies that if you are a buying group and you have 100 of members within your buying group, you could create a branded landing page or a website for each one of your buying group almost instantly, for example. So and let me kind of spend 1 minute show you that here quickly. So if I go to here, go to my affiliate and maybe edit one of the affiliate, and then you click in here, you can turn on and off anybody to become an affiliate with you, and you can set them up on any commission level. You can say 5%. And let's say you recruited somebody here in California to deal with school to sell maybe polo for their teams, soccer team or sports team. So that person can recruit other people, and maybe they can get a 2% override commission on all the business generated from the school. The school is by themselves as an affiliate, but you are the master affiliate. So you could do that. You could load the logo in here. You could put all the social media links and networking. So I can inform my followers on social media, say, hey, you can order these from me and so on. So you can leverage on that. So that's a very nice. I mean, Amazon do that very well. They generate 30% of their business from their affiliate network. And many of our clients, I mean, some company, I mean, this particular company, more than 50% of their business is from the affiliate network. So I know we're a little bit behind here on time. Yeah, here I did show this company here. This is another company in the promo space. So you could, on the case of the imprint store, you can go imprint store /rack space, for example. Oops, maybe not on this site. Imprint store.com, maybe /rack space. So now you can change that site to rack space. So anyway, so this is the kind of things you can do. Let me jump back in here. Okay, so you got all of those leads. What do you do with it? Of course, we talked about many of them. You use marketing automation, use a promo, use lead nurturing campaign, use sales rep. So you need to make sure you have those right tools and so on. So we're on. If anybody have any question, we can do that. So do we have some question, Chloe, from the team? Where do we see the question area? Okay. Okay. So one of the question for promo site, where do you get the data from? Very good question. We get the data from well, in that industry, basically, we do get data. We have our own VIP data for customer, because the data has to be massaged carefully for e-commerce purpose. It's not an easy job, but we have maybe about close to 100 VIP suppliers. But we also have a data feed coming from ASI as well, and Distributor Central, but those more used as a catalog only kind of data, not necessarily for e-commerce. Is your system integrated with QuickBooks? Yes, our system is integrated not just with QuickBooks, but with many other. I do actually have a slide for that in here. We're integrated with all of these accounting systems, but we can integrate with any accounting system. Most of our clients currently are on QuickBooks and Sage, but we do have clients on other things as well. Let me here. I see. Will the PowerPoint be sent to registry after the webinar? Yes, of course. We can send if you can send an email to Chloe, let me see, I think this is the second slide here. Yeah, you can simply send us an email. We'll send you the PowerPoint presentation, not a problem. We'll be happy to also make a recorded presentation available to you. Once it's available, we'll give you a link to that. And I'd like to mention one thing. If any one of you would like to arrange a one-on-one presentation or consultation, we'll be happy to do that as well. Let's see, what is there any other question available? Okay, I see a question. What kind of how affordable or what is the cost of the system? Well, I mean, mainly we've been, as a company, we've been over 15 years in business, and throughout the year we added hundreds and hundreds of features. So the system is very, very affordable. We have main edition and enterprise edition. Of course, after we talk to you, we kind of give you a quote or an estimate, but it depends on your particular need, traffic, and so on. It could range maybe from maybe $6,000 on the lower end to maybe $60,000 on the high end, depending on your need, specification, and the requirement, and so on. But it's extremely affordable because we don't have to develop we don't have to develop many of these features from scratch. Basically, they're already developed, and we will configure them for you. I don't have any more question. Is there any other question before we leave today? And if not, thank you everybody for joining. Again, remember, you can always ask us questions later. We know you're busy, so we appreciate your time, and we'll be in touch soon. Thank you. Cancel the meeting.
Oh, I have a question.